The following program was paid for by Southern American Media. Fox 30 WGBC invites you to the talk of all the towns in East Mississippi and West Alabama. Welcome to Mornings with Scottty Ray and Candace.
And good morning from Scottty Ray and Candace. Friday morning.
It is. Thank goodness it's Friday.
So have your legs recovered yet as you made your way to, it was the Canton?
Yeah, the Canton Flea Market. I guess that's a flea market. I guess that's what they call it. But anyway, I had never been, and we went yesterday, and Kurt had never been. I don't know that Kurt will want to go.
I'm getting reports back from there that that's the only man that has ever been there.
No, there was a lot of men. There really was.
I've been married 32 years. I ain't never been.
It was a lot of men. We went with another, we followed another couple that we're friends with, and Billy and Sasheen. But anyway, we had fun.
Oh, so Billy now goes
Yes.
to, I can't wait to talk to Billy about this.
Look, we did have fun. We did, because just, spending time with another couple, I mean, it was fun, because, when you just work all the time. You really don't have time to do other things. But anyway, I found a lot of good bargains. I got some Christmas presents.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
It was neat. It's very big, a whole lot of vendors, lots of talented people. So.
Let me just point out to Billy, Scottty Ray has never been to that.
Look, they had a lot of things. They had some metal art that, you've got some metal art things. They had the deer heads carved out of metal.
Okay,
and They had several stands for that. And, it was just a lot of things, a lot of talented people showcasing their talents, and it was just something to see. It really was. A lot of food vendors, I will say. Very expensive.
Yeah.
Food.
You have to. That is a big deal.
Yeah, it is. I'm surprised, and we said this yesterday, I'm surprised that they don't spread that out over a few days, rather than just maybe one,
Yeah. They may do it twice a year.
Oh, no, they do. They do it in May, I think, also. But it was hot yesterday. I wore a long sleeve and was burning up, so.
I just don't know a whole lot about it. But I'm glad you went and enjoyed yourself there.
Yes, it was fun. It was something to see, and if you've never done it, you need to. So.
I learned this morning. A string of, and this happened all across the United States, 18-wheelers were catching on fire at roadside rest areas, a few at gas stations. And you ever seen that on the side of truck, Swift? You ever seen that logo?
I have. Mm-hmm.
Well, it turned out somebody just had a vendetta against them. 25 of their 18-wheelers over a 2 or 3 year period caught fire.
Oh, my goodness.
Turns out it was a guy that used to work for them that was sort of mad at them. He'd been arrested for, breaking in one of their trucks. So he took revenge on them. He's been arrested now. He would take rags and put in between the tires while the truckers were sleeping and light their truck on fire.
While they were in the truck sleeping? That is scary.
No report if anybody was ever injured, but that could have turned deadly.
Gosh, yes.
Over $2 million worth of inventory destroyed because of him.
Oh, my goodness.
He's going to face some serious jail time. I'd never thought
that would be
about
attempted something,
Yeah, that could be attempted murder with somebody in a car.
Right, it could.
You never know what
scary.
goes through certain people's minds when they get bent out of shape for being let go and things of that nature. I just shocks me.
It is shocking but that's scary. I hope nobody was injured.
Yeah, they did not disclose that, so we'll wait and see what becomes of that. Tragedy as we wake up this morning, and we don't know a whole lot about this at this point, but just to the west of Meridian, if you're going toward Jackson, Mississippi, is a town called Lake. I remember going over for Lake Festival and a few other big things. We found out yesterday afternoon that a high school football player was killed. Apparent drive-by shooting, a senior. The Scott County Times, that's a tongue twister.
Yes.
Scott County Times is reporting that, and we hope to find out more about it. There was some controversy over where it actually happened, so until we know officially, we'll pass along more information on that. Condolences to the family. That's just not good. I know you're sitting over there going, did any gunshots happen last night? Oh, yes, they did.
I can only imagine if they did or they didn't.
We did happen to have a few of those in the city limits of Meridian. It was just one that I'm aware of. Now, more may have happened that I hadn't been contacted about. But Old Highway 80 West seemed to be the place to, grab your gun and shoot up in there, just because you want to. As we go to the map here to show everybody where it went on, about right here. This would be right before you get to the right past Slay Steel in that area. Gunshots rang out last night. No one was injured, thank heavens.
Yeah.
But there we go. That did happen.
I guess that's their extracurricular activity.
Oh, yeah,
they
yeah.
do now.
Got to get in. They're just not real good at what they shoot at. They usually miss everything.
Yeah, what goes up must come down, though. You shoot up in the air. I mean, you're taking your chances.
And we say that jokingly, but you think about that. These
Yeah.
big cities where everybody's out for New Year's Eve, someone shoots up in the air. Somebody
Right.
usually gets hit.
Well, think about, I just hope, there'll be a lot of kids out trick-or-treating. I just hope people are, not doing anything like that.
I've often rewatched Support Your Local Gunfighter. As you know, in the saloons, they always shoot up in the air inside the saloon. Y'all ever think about who's up in the room above them?
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah.
But
That'd
they
be a good
always
thing.
do that. Boy, James Garner was funny in all those. I really like that. Support Your Local Gunfighter,
Yeah.
support Your Local Sheriff. All those were just really good things. Wait a minute. I forgot to tell you. Somebody got to use their taser last night.
Oh, really?
William
I tried
T-
to taser out yesterday.
Did you?
There was a stand at the Canton Flea Market. She was selling some tasers. I started to buy one. I really did. Yeah.
I don't want you to have one.
I said, "Can I try this out on my husband?" He was down there at the end of the table. I said, "Come here, Kurt. I need to try this out." But
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
staying
just
away
joking
from
with
you.
him.
The Meridian Police
Yeah.
Department got busy last night as somebody hopped a fence and were, somewhere where they wasn't supposed to. Twice it happened in the overnight hours. They were trying to take things. A foot pursuit began, and what do you know? They had to use that. Right in this area, right along here, where do we think? Oh, yeah, where a lot of things happen on Highway 19 in this general area right along in here. So
I'm
if
gonna
you
start
own
calling it the strip.
yeah.
The crime strip.
If you own a business in that area, check your things.
Yeah.
You never know what hasn't been discovered or reported at this point.
Right.
So we're watching that closely. We'll let you know if there's any more that comes out of that this morning. No one was hurt with that. Those tasers just kind of sting your world from what I'm told. I don't want one.
Yeah. I had one time. It looked like a flashlight. It looked just like a little flashlight. I did have to take it years ago when I went walking. I would go walking every now and then. And these pack of dogs would come up and bark and growl. So I took my taser. I meant
You weren't going to get jumped?
No, I wasn't.
Used
Needed
to...
some pepper spray or something.
And I assume this happens. Used to, when you had to qualify to be a cop to carry one, you had to let them shoot you so you would know what it would feel like if you deployed it upon someone.
Just the noise of them. That's why I took it, because I thought maybe that would deter a dog or something.
Buck Roberts, I'm wanting to know if there's video of the time that you went through this. Where is it? Judge Roberts, tell us.
Yeah, they do have to be.
Yeah.
If they're going to use one, they have to have it.
You've got to know what
Try
it's
it
going to
on.
feel like to light you up.
Gosh, I would think that would be bad.
Them two little things
bad.
coming to me, boy, I tell you what.
That popping noise.
We also had some reports on North Hill Street, and again, no major damage we know, but we had some people prowling around in the middle of the night, maybe knocking some doors if you've got businesses in this area here, all along North Hill Street. On the other end, like you're headed down toward Highway 19, pay attention to your business. We had a lot of people doing things they probably shouldn't have last night. You never know where else they got into. Police are not aware of this point.
Right.
No reports of anything major taken, but we definitely wanted you to know about that. Let's see a few other things that are happening this morning. Don't forget, let me pull this up and show everybody. This is a big deal for Southeast. Everybody knows the name Algie Davis. Tonight at 6:30, it's going to be a very big deal as they come out. Let me pull this up where we can see it, and rename the football field Algie Davis Field. He's done so much for that area and the veterans. We say a big thank you to him. 6:30 is when that will happen. So if you're going to be at the game, we did get several calls yesterday that said, "What's going on out here on 19? Traffic's blocked." It was the big parade.
Okay. Yeah. They're also going to have a reception at 5 p.m. at the Benville Firehouse.
Sound like some cakes or something might be served.
I bet they would have.
Yeah, so if you can make it out for that tonight, and congratulations on that. That's truly an honor. I mentioned this, I don't know if you saw this, we constantly have something neat passing through the Meridian area that, not everybody knows about. The U.S. Army Golden Knights black team passed through Meridian yesterday, and you go, what are you talking about? Let's show you the plane here. Here it is as they landed here. They were headed to go jump at a game. They jump out of airplane.
Yeah, parachute.
Yeah. Here's the plane as it landed at Key Field yesterday. Beautiful.
That is neat. They've had a lot of action out there lately. People stopping in and.
I've got some astronauts that passed through that I haven't shared yet.
Yeah.
So a big thank you to Scott Stevens sharing that with us this morning as we see what else is happening along the Meridian Way this morning. A couple accidents there that held up traffic for quite some time. If you were out by Bonita Lakes yesterday, there were a couple cars that were blocking traffic. A wreck happened. Police responded as quickly as they could get there. No one majorly hurt, but that did go on right there at that little intersection where you take a left to go up toward the mall.
Right.
Traffic blocked for just a little bit. Let's see here. What else we had? North Hill Street, right down from Popeye's Chicken. We had an accident with a few injuries there yesterday. And that area, whether you're coming out of the shopping center or there.
It's a busy area. Like if you're trying to come out from one of the side streets that does not have a red light, you know, it's really a hard thing to do, especially around lunchtime. Everybody's trying to get in the restaurants and out. And, yeah, be extra careful.
Ooh, I'm telling you, it's crossing over all lanes is the tough part.
It is. It's like you take your chances pulling out, you know.
Yeah, I'm not good at that. So. I brought this up earlier this morning. I know that you remember this. Do y'all remember the video that was put out on social media, the Mississippi Highway Patrolman?
Yes.
Then it looked like he was doing something wrong with a handcuffed person.
Well, it was only a snippet of it put out there at first, you know.
Our friends at Dark Horse Press in Jackson, Mississippi, let us know this morning as we share this. Here's a look at this. They have been sentenced to 60 days in jail, these gentlemen. And what they done, it was 3 of them that jumped on a Mississippi Highway Patrolman. He was arresting someone, and 2 of his friends showed up, and they tried to intervene, and it got serious. I'm
glad that they got some time. I don't think it was enough
That's
at all.
not, is it?
Not for jumping a police officer or, you know, a highway patrolman or... I just think that's not enough time. I'm glad they got something, but why would you just put them in there for a couple months and turn them loose again?
And all of this changed, as you said, when they released the full video, which was about 45 minutes long. And it reminds me, and I brought this up, every time you pass a highway patrolman or a city patrolman or county pulling someone over, you think, you know, they're out there alone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 3 that jumped on the highway patrolman? I mean, they was fully intending on hurting the man. I mean, it could have been a lot worse than it was.
I can see me getting a call. There's a fight over here. There's 40 people in it. Right. I'm in the bathroom. I can't make it. One man against that many people.
Yeah, I mean,
you have to really and truly put yourself in the place of those that protect and serve the communities, and they go through a lot there. Horrible news as we wake up and find that a pregnant lady has been killed in Jackson, Mississippi.
I saw that. That is horrible. I saw that.
Are they charged in Mississippi with the death of 2 with that?
They should be, I think. I mean, there has been instances where they have charged somebody with 2 deaths because of the infant or the baby, unborn child.
I want to say she was 25 weeks pregnant. It seems as though, and I don't have all the details, I think someone knocked on her door, and that's when it all happened. But that comes out of Jackson. It is. Woo, we got a local celebrity coming up, y'all.
Yes, we do.
All the way back from Nashville, trying to make it big in the big city up there. There's a lot of folks up there. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Coming up in just a second, Jagger Whitiker is going to join us.
Jagger, yeah.
Did I say it wrong?
Jagger.
Jagger? Isn't that the way you say it?
I think
Jagger?
you cut your word short, yeah. Jagger Whitiker, yeah.
We're just going to call him Jag for the next. Jag's in the house. He's coming up in a moment. We're going to find out what's going on in Nashville and how his career is taking off. We look forward to this. Y'all, we'll be right back. As the seasons change, so do your clothes. And Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Haybo shirts, long and short sleeve. Also Hulk shirts. And America's favorite brand, Carhartt. Whether you need work pants or slacks for church. And nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need. From box to lacrosse, they have the boot for you. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian.
You'll fall in love with all things autumn at Al's Garden and Gift. Come awaken your senses with a bountiful selection of pumpkins in a variety of colors and sizes. Choose a mum and handmade wreath for an entrance. Select a fragrant Tyler candle or glamorous wash to freshen up indoors and the laundry. Savory spices, grilling sauces, gourmet jellies, Mississippi cheese straws, salsas, and Captain Rodney will make tailgating even more fun. Santa's elves are preparing for an exciting shopping season. Christmas open house is Sunday, November 6th. Al's Garden and Gift, a charming place to harvest memories and gifts this fall.
On this field, as on the gridiron, each inch is fought for and marked by sweat. Each inch taken through disciplined training. With a Kubota L2501 tackling each inch in the trenches, whether those inches are measured here or here, all adding up to yards. For each yard, Kubota measures victory, and the touchdown is Parrish Tractor. Here, we're much more than a tractor store.
And welcome back, Scottty Ray and Candace. It is Friday morning, and we do have someone that will tomorrow walk the aisle, and parents will cry because they'll be hit with the bill.
Yeah. But it's exciting. I think this couple is going to get married.
Yeah, in
in a
San
famous
Antonio.
place.
Yeah, this is over where Blake Shelton tied the knot over in San Antonio. It was one of the many times
With
that he
Miranda.
did. Yeah, we have to count back wives.
We had to name which one. No.
But
yeah,
congratulations.
if anybody remembers the place that they got married, it was like a ranch or something,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, Anna Downey and Jeff Jones will be tying the knot
Congratulations.
Saturday in San Antonio at the Don Strange Ranch. Is that right?
Yeah, that's the name of it. I've never been there myself. But,
Yeah.
I remember when old Blake done that. And he goes, wait a minute, let me take that back. I met somebody I'm working with that's a lot cuter.
I don't know. Probably a lot calmer too. I don't know.
Yeah, Miranda was kind of serious there.
Look,
Man, I remember-
she's just a good old Southern girl.
I remember
just
Blake's
didn't want
first
nobody messing with her
ex-wife.
man.
I mean, she was really nice.
I don't know.
She'd pull your
I've
hair.
never met
I
any
can't
of
believe she let Miranda take it from her because she was tough. Let me tell you, boy.
Oh well, I don't know. I don't know about anybody taking what but
And speaking of that, as we mentioned, Jagger in the house with us here.
Yeah.
Meridian and I headed off to Nashville, and let's introduce Jagger. Let me turn on some microphones and throw a camera over here. And good morning to you, my friend.
Good morning. How are y'all?
Man, good. Who, famous-wise, since you've been in Nashville, who's the most famous person you bumped into?
Whew. Probably Morgan Wallen.
Morgan? That's pretty big nowadays, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah, man. He's huge. He's killing.
Grab
it,
that mic, pull it down a little closer there to you so we can pull it over. That whole thing will move. You can just grab it and pull it over. Yeah, we hear you a little bit better over there now.
yeah.
So Morgan is one of the most famous that you've met.
Absolutely. I can't say I met him, but I've ran into him for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But everybody there is famous, so you can't really put a who's more famous than who.
You know, and it's funny. You can be walking down the street and you'll start talking to somebody, and they may not have this name that you know, but they're a famous songwriter,
Right.
That's written something that is just humongous.
Absolutely.
So, have you played the Strip? Have you gone down by Tootsie's and had a chance to play any of those places
I've
yet?
played a few places on the Strip. I can't say I haven't, but I mean I've enjoyed it. They're awesome. But you know that's something you can get sucked into, and I kind of want to stick to being my own person. Doing my
I
own
get
thing.
that.
That's
So,
a really neat place, though. Nashville is really neat. I would love to go
Absolutely.
back one day.
it is changing. It is not, when I first started going to Nashville 20-something, 30 years ago. I hate to admit that. But as I kept going, the town just progressively gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Broadway is just so changed. Now you've got so many superstars that own restaurants down through there.
Right. Right.
So what, in playing in Nashville, where is the place now? It used to be the Bluebird that you would go out to be heard. Where is the place that most folks want to be seen at?
So you got the listening room. That's one of the really big writers' rounds, along with Whiskey Jam. Whiskey Jam is huge right now. Huge. So that's kind of one of those things that's been going on. A lot of big artists have played there. And I mean that's really your place to be. That's where you're going to get seen.
All right, for the folks that are watching going, okay, you're telling me he's from Meridian. Give us a little background about yourself so everybody can know what to look for as we watch television and see what happens out of Nashville. Where'd you come from here in Meridian area? Where'd you graduate from?
I graduated from Enterprise, Mississippi, or Enterprise High School. I'm
Right.
from Cartdale, Mississippi, so right there across from the Cartdale School.
Yeah.
But I had to make my way up to Enterprise.
It's funny how those lines cross and you
telling
got to go. Long trip to school every day, wasn't it?
It wasn't too bad, but it was worth it. I can't say that on there, I imagine. But anyways, yeah, I'm from that little area. I grew up playing drums. I said that a little earlier, not too long ago. But I grew up playing drums, and that was kind of my introduction to music. My dad had a set, and we played together and stuff like that. But he would always bring me a guitar back if he went to work or something like that. He was like, "You're gonna be able to play one day. You're gonna be able to play one day." And Mom was, she'd say, "No, don't stop bringing him guitars. Stop bringing him guitars. He plays them the wrong way." I'd turn it around the opposite way and try to strum it, and I'd play "Mary Had a Little Lamb" with the wrong strings, and it was just one of those situations. Well, fast forward to 10 years old, he passed, and that was kind of my motivation to kind of like dive into it. It kind of helped my not so patient self get some patience. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this just if anything, just to learn a few songs that he loves and kind of honor him in that way. And after that happened, I learned Simple Man. That was my first song I wanted to learn for him, and I was gonna play it for his upcoming birthday. So I did that, and in the meantime, it kind of showed me like more about music, and I got into writing at that point, and I wrote a song for him as well. And throughout that little journey, it kind of it took me to it made me have a passion for it, really and truly. And I started playing in church and stuff like that. And
one thing led to the next. And what made you decide to pack up your stuff and drive? That's 5 hours away. Folks,
man, yeah.
Family got to be kind of worried about you.
I'm sure. But I moved when I graduated high school. I moved to Alabama for college. And there I met a guy that we started playing an acoustic set and the bars and stuff there. And that playing the bars there kind of gave me a opportunity to open up for some bigger names from Nashville. Tyler Farr, John Langston. Noah Hicks is an upcoming artist. He was also on the road with John Langston. I got to play a show with him. And he that kind of opened the door, opened my eyes to where this is what I love to do. I mean, if I'm going to do it now, I want to do it now. So kind of went from there, met some people from Nashville, and they were like, if you want to make it, the only way you're going to do it is be there. So
a lot of truth to that. You've got to be seen.
Lot of truth. It is. And I'll say this, since I've been there, I've met some amazing people, and they have mentored me and showed me so much about how the town works, how the whole industry works, and I've made so many good friends throughout that journey.
Now, let me ask this. Do you suggest, if you're sitting there thinking, boy, I want to go to Nashville, do this, do you suggest getting a plan before you move up there, or just cold turkey go? What is your suggestion?
Well, so I kind of cold turkey and just went with it. That's just how I am, though. I've always been kind of a go with the flow person. I'm not a planner. That's probably not a good thing, but I don't plan. Yeah, if you're that type of person, plan it out. But when you go, don't just act like it's going to happen. I promise you. It's a whole lot of work behind it.
So many times. That is the thing. Garth got there within 24 hours, went home. He couldn't handle it. He was like, I don't know about all this.
I'll tell you, I don't blame him. The first 24 hours, I was the same way. I was like, man, this might have been a
total mistake.
Yeah, I mean, it was a big shock from moving to where I'm from to moving there. It's a whole different story up there.
Well, down at the Clarkdale Superette, 5 people in the parking lot's a crowd.
I'm telling you.
You get to Nashville,
I'm telling you, you can't go anywhere without seeing 100 people. And,
right.
And it's crazy how busy it is and how many people just not just there to do music, but just there to, build a business and build a name for themselves. So,
all right. With this being said, have you written something that you want to sing for us so we can get a sample of what we're going to hear out of you? You going to do us a song?
Yeah, I'll sing you a song. I actually wrote this one not too long ago with a buddy of mine, Peyton Smith. I have one coming out tonight. It's dropping at midnight. It's called Forever Lately. But this one is unreleased, and it's actually one of my favorite songs I've been a part of or written. To be honest with you, my mom, which is over here with us,
yeah,
she is. She kind of came up with the idea behind this song in a way. She's like, Last Call would be a cool name for a song. I was like, you know what, you're right. So, kind of went with that, took it into the room, and we went from there.
All right, everybody. Here's Jagger Whitiker, and he's going to sing "Last Call." Is that the name of it?
Last Call.
All right, take it away.
She hung up the phone, and I want goodbye. Call you tonight or see you at home. So I'm sitting here 'cause I don't really wanna sit alone. So buddy, pour something strong. I know it's late at night, and bartenders gotta be the ones that turns out the lights. Bottles up the jack, put some bourbon back in the beer on ice. But just this one time, can you keep that neon shining while I'm throwing back a double? I don't mean to stay too long, but if she's gone, buddy, I'm in trouble. Looking at that number makes me wonder if I'll ever talk to her again. She's had enough, she won't pick up. I guess this is where it ends. So light 'em up one by one, tall and strong, 'cause I can't take another last call. It's probably best for her. I loved her the best I could, but couldn't put her first. Maybe one more call would bring her back if I found the words. Until then, to help her, can you keep that neon shining while I'm throwing back a double? I don't mean to stay too long, but if she's gone, buddy, I'm in trouble. Looking at that number makes me wonder if I'll ever talk to her again. She's had enough, she won't pick up. I guess this is where it ends. So light 'em up one by one, tall and strong, 'cause I can't take another last call. Oh, can you keep that neon shining while I'm throwing back a double? I don't mean to stay too long, but if she's gone, buddy, I'm in trouble. Looking at that number makes me wonder if I'll ever talk to her again. She's had enough, she won't pick up. I guess this is where it ends. So light 'em up one by one, tall and strong. Yeah, I'm sinking in this bottle, she's moving on, 'cause I can't make that last call. She hung up the phone, and I won't goodbye, call you tonight or see you at home.
Jagger Whitiker.
That is great.
Thank you. Thank y'all so much.
Coming up, we've got more coming with Jagger. We'll find out some more where you can get his music and a little bit more information about him as we begin this Friday morning here with Scottty Ray and Candace.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealers Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealers simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealers are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealers Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
Folks, if your yard is needing grass and you need it quick, talk to our friends at Coates Hydro Seeding. They offer residential and commercial. The great thing about this, it doesn't wash, the water treads, and it holds the soil in place. It's the easiest way to grow grass. That's hydro seeding. You'll get a great looking lawn without all the dry spots. How many times have you put out seed and it gets washed away, blown away, or even the birds eat it? Talk to our friends at Coates Hydro Seeding, 601-728-1954. Time to stop spending your entire weekend mowing grass. Step up to a Skag zero-turn lawnmower. Freeman Tractor in Collinsville has the #1 rated zero-turn mower, Skag, with cutting widths from 36 inches to 72 inches. Skag, the number one choice of professional landscapers because they know nothing outcuts or outlasts a Skag. 0% financing for 48 months with payments starting as low as $129 a month. Stop by Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 and see coleslaw or buttermilk. And welcome back with Scottty Ray and Candace. Another headline across the state of Mississippi. This was the Mississippi Delta, as we find out this morning of an accident that happened there. We lost the life. 3 farmers.
I saw this, and they kept saying they did not know how that happened.
I know.
With 3.
But one of them lost their life in the grain bins. They were working on the roof and fell in. And you've seen this in all these action movies to where they have the fights in the grain bins, but didn't work out so well. The other 2 were airlifted, and one man lost his life.
So scary.
It's a lot more to being a farmer than you think. We do hate that happened there. I mentioned this. I don't know much about the drugs, but I have had a lot of people bring up this term to me about this drug. And you can buy it in most convenience stores, a thing called Kratom.
Yeah, I don't know that much about it either.
It's a herbal drug. And they're getting ready to outlaw this. People that's gotten attached to this, it's kind of messed them up there for a little while. So we're looking at the lawmakers in Mississippi probably outlawing this. We'll see that. Looks like January 6th committee, they're going to, subpoena Trump. He goes, why did they do this years ago?
Yeah.
How come they're waiting this long? We'll see what really becomes of that in the next few days. Video of Nancy starting to come out over all of this. Do you see that?
Yeah, where she says she's going to hit him and I'll go to jail and I'll be happy.
That's threatening sitting U.S. president, isn't it?
I think so.
Am I?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Let's take a look back. I had you missed Ellie. Ellie, my puppy dog, was up here earlier, and I had her on the counter, and I was getting ready for the show, and she looked up on the screen, and she saw Roger Moore and had a duck fit. She started screaming and barking, and Roger Moore was bored on this date. She had a fit over it.
Really?
She didn't like him. I don't know why.
Goodness.
Maybe it was one of those movies she saw she didn't like.
I liked him as the James Bond.
Yeah, he was good at that.
Yeah.
Another big person that I couldn't wait to watch this as a kid, Greg Evigan, was born on this day. Anybody remember that name?
I remember the show.
BJ and the Bear. He was the lead actor in that movie there, drove around with that little bear.
Did he ever do anything else after that?
Never saw him again.
I didn't either.
He drove off in Kenworth, and he was never seen again in America. Now, he may have done something. It just was not on a large scale. But I don't even remember seeing him.
I always thought he was a handsome guy.
He didn't even make it to the Heart. What do you call those movies where your career's over?
Oh, the Hallmark movies? Yeah.
And they switch you to that?
I started to buy me a blanket yesterday. It said, this is my Hallmark movie watching blanket. Yeah.
1957, what was the number one song in America? Whoa. It was Wake Up a Little Susie.
Wake up.
I think everybody's heard that one.
Yeah.
So if you remember back in the day, I'm sure you've heard that song before. This guy was like huge. He was a huge movie star. He wore tights, was the only movie I ever saw him in, but he was big.
Then this is going to be your outfit for Halloween, right?
I don't think I could put that on.
I couldn't resist, Scottty Ray. You're always hounding me about
I watched, what was it, Men in Tights, and I thought, you couldn't pay me enough money.
You'd have to get rid of that hat and wear the cowboy hat. We could pop a feather in the top.
Errol Flynn passed away at the age of 50 on this date. And I know that name is not real common nowadays, but in his day, he was a huge actor. You know what is funny is as we put this little thing together each day, the things you start going, okay, no one knows them anymore.
Right.
That is just so.
Well, people that didn't grow up watching stuff, some of these actors, they have no idea who we're talking about, but they're icons. They are.
1964 on this date, Martin Luther King Jr. would win the Nobel Peace Prize. Big prize there. At the age of 35, he won that back in 64. 1996, this was one of my all-time heroes, and I remember the first time I got to meet this guy. Debbie and I had gone to Nashville. We'd gone to a party, and that was back when you had the cell phone attached to the floor of the car. We got a call that said, hey, if you'll come out to the country club, I want you to meet somebody. So here we go out to the country club, and there was maybe 40 people there, and this guy was standing over in the corner. He'd just signed a deal. Alan Jackson, It's All Right to Be Little Bitty was released on this date.
Now, I love Alan Jackson, and I've never met him. Of course, you've met a lot of people. I've never met any of these people, these stars, but he just has always seemed like one that is so down to earth and has stayed true to his roots.
Oh, he is a humble person.
Yeah.
Now, Alan doesn't say a whole lot when you first meet him. kind of reluctant, but once he gets to know you, he warms up and talks a lot more. Bumped into him many, many times, and a very, very nice fellow. So he's everything that you see and you think that you read. He is. He's that guy. There's a few others that aren't.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing when they can stay like
Yeah.
that.
1970. You go around humming this song all the time.
Oh.
I know you do. Don't act like you don't.
No, I've never really understood this.
Ben, the two of us.
Yeah.
Michael
That was
Jackson
just
had the number
odd.
one song on today. Jagger, do you know that song?
The Michael Jackson
Oh,
Ben
he's not.
song?
Wait a minute. Wrong. I got Mom on TV. Whoops.
She's going to choke you, Scottty Ray.
Ben, the two of us.
Don't
Michael
think,
Jackson singing about him and a rat.
Look,
I don't think I do.
Okay, just
I
check.
don't either. I've heard snippets of it. That's not one that I play all the time.
It's not one that you pull up to a red light and people are blaring. I don't know why.
Yeah. It's kind of depressing.
1972. This was a big TV show. David Carradine would make his premiere tonight. It was called Kung Fu. It was really big, really.
Until.
Yeah, nobody else watches it anymore. It don't even make it to reruns. But he was like Chuck Norris's rival back in the day during the 70s of all of the...
Wasn't there some controversy when he passed?
Yeah, like he died wearing women's clothes.
Yeah, that's
in a
what I thought.
closet.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Dressing like a woman. Okay, we'll leave that there.
Yeah. Let's leave it. Leave it.
It was a part. Seriously, it was a part of one of those things to where. Yeah, I can't even make sense.
There are no words.
Yes, there's not.
There's no
and,
words.
I just don't want to go that way and be remembered for the. There was that guy that was in the closet that.
But
yeah.
he was a good actor.
Yes, yes. He was in Lone Wolf McQuade, and then he ended up doing that. 1979, we would lose someone else that was huge. Bing Crosby passed away on this date in 74. I don't care who you are, you know him.
Yes. I've got Christmas music.
White Christmas.
Bing.
Did anybody ever do that any better than him?
No, I don't
It's a
think.
staple at Christmas.
It is. I love old-timey Christmas music. I just love it.
Since we got somebody new that's a little younger than us, let's just throw the camera back over there. What is your favorite Christmas song? What is the one song that you go, that's Christmas, makes me remind me of it?
Ooh, you put
Jagger's
me on the spot,
thinking.
man. You can't do that to me. Oh,
See, I always think of it, and Sammy Kershaw redone it, and also Jerry Reed, Christmas time's a coming. Always gets you in a good mood.
Elvis's Blue Christmas is
Yeah.
always a big hot.
oh see, I like the Run, Run, Rudolph. That's
Yeah.
that's
a
a cool
good song. Yeah, yeah. There's always Christmas at Dixie is probably one of the
Oh, yeah.
biggest from my area that people go, whoa.
Look, when we grew up and we listened to that all the time, we always had a Christmas play at school, and they did the other guys in our class dressed up like Alabama and lip
Right.
sync Christmas and Dixie.
So, and I know there's a lot of folks watching in Neshoba County this morning. If y'all happen to know Steve Beeson, who owns and operates the milk company there, the big dairy that's got all that, y'all have him get in touch with me. He's recorded several times Christmas in Philly, and we need him to redo this year for Christmas. So get in touch with Steve. Got to get all the Weyerhaeuser gang back together to do this. 1978, tonight, we would go, well, why did they ever take it off? They had a reunion on television, and this would be the show. Gilligan's Island Rescue. Rescue from the Island.
You know, I look at these characters, and a lot of the guy characters were on the Andy Griffith Show. You know, they were little
You have little parts that they
parts
played
in
through the
there.
years.
But I used to watch Gilligan's Island all the time.
1994, this was a really good movie that come out, and you have to watch it. And it did have some language in it that you don't need small children in the room. But anybody remember John Travolta being in Pulp Fiction? It hit theaters today.
I do remember. I do not like him as a bad guy.
He played a bad part
I
of
don't
that.
like him as a bad guy. I don't like that look he has on his face, like that sour look.
And even Bruce Willis was in that movie, if
Yeah.
y'all will remember. Yeah, and we all learned that never rob this guy in a restaurant if you ever watched that movie. 2006, and this is so weird this morning. I was sitting here and I was thinking, I need to hear a song, and I bumped into, what was his big one? If a teardrop falls,
Yes,
I'll be
yeah.
there before the next teardrop falls.
Look, Freddie Fender is who we're talking about.
Yes,
He passed away at 69 years old in 2006.
he did. Boy.
But I remember this every time I hear his name or see him, it just reminds me of back in like my going out days. There was a friend of ours that every time she was going to play on the jukebox a song, this Freddie Fender song, every time.
Before the next teardrops falls, I'll
I
be
don't
there.
know about that song, but it was a Freddie Fender song, and I remember it. And
He had a
everybody would
couple
just
that were-
laugh every time we saw her head to the jukebox. It's funny.
Jones on the jukebox and you on my mind. Oh, wait a minute, that's an old country song. But I liked Freddie Fender. And one of the few times in country music that you would hear a song and you go, I don't know what he's saying, but boy, that sure is pretty.
Yeah, he did have a unique voice, for sure.
More coming up in just a moment as we'll talk to Jagger here in just a moment and get another song out of him of what's going on in Nashville, the behind the scenes of he tries to make a big career there. As we take a moment, we head over to the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. They got a lot going on today. And if you've got deer season on your mind, don't forget we've got another chance for rain next week. If you haven't planted, get your seed there. Be ready for it as you'll get to cover it up and get some rain on that. Of course, deer cameras and all that you might need of deer attractants. Maybe you need a block. Steve and the gang got that all geared up. You come in and get it. Tinks. Get it while it's here. Make sure you be ready for it. And, of course, if you need a tent, maybe you need a blind to go in the woods or a deer feeder, they got all that and so much more. All of your deer hunting supplies, along with patio furniture, knickknacks that look great. And, of course, right over here, you'll find it all in the shop as you get ready for the holidays.
That's right. If you love to decorate for fall, and I'm sure Christmas is going to be right around the corner, they're going to be having all your decorations for that.
And it takes talent. I watched them take. You ever watch anybody do the ribbon in there? And
Angie, his wife,
I can't do that. But they got all those ribbon supplies that you might want to do your own.
Sure.
See them, John Deere caps, all types of ball caps. And maybe you need a pair of overalls or shoes or boots. They got it for you there, including stuff for your puppy dogs. Maybe they need a bone.
Yeah.
Yep, they got it there for you.
Yeah.
Corn and a whole lot more. The Lauderdale County Farm Supply, exit 151. Drop in today, visit with them. Mark your calendars for the Holiday Extravaganza Gift Show, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday, October the 29th. At the Lauderdale County Agri Center. From boutique items, jewelry, wooden items, T-shirts, tumblers and candles, soups and dips, home decor, and stocking stuffers. Gift ideas galore. Something for everyone on your Christmas wish list. That's Saturday, October the 29th from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. The Holiday Extravaganza at the Lauderdale County Agri Center.
One of the most important places to you is your home. That's why Patrick Allen Companies is proud to provide style, functionality, and security to your home. There's nothing quite like a well-designed overhead garage door or vinyl replacement windows, or the safety of a storm shelter to help your family feel protected. Patrick Allen offers doors and windows for commercial and industrial with dozens of innovative designs. Patrick Allen Companies, safety, service, and satisfaction.
J&J Tire Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes. And they even do work on motorcycles. With the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian. And welcome back with Scottty Ray and Candace. As we look at a couple of stories here nationwide, how bad is it that your mama done turned her back on you?
Yeah, it's got to be pretty bad, I would think.
Herschel Walker is who's we talking about. First, his son turned against him. Now his mother has turned against him.
That's just crazy to me.
They're trying most anything to keep Herschel from winning that seat in Georgia. We'll see what becomes of it. Mm-hmm. He's determined. He's not giving up.
Well, I'm glad he's determined. I hope that he's,
That would hurt. That would hurt for your mama to say something about you.
Yeah.
So we don't know their relationship, if they were closer. I have no way of knowing that. 8%.
But he seems like just to see
listen.
him. Yeah, to listen to him. Of course, we don't 100% know everything that's took place in his life, but he didn't make any bones about it that he's done some things in the past that he probably wasn't proud of, but that he's changed his life. He found God, and
that's good news.
So yeah.
Big football player. Mm-hmm. We'll see what becomes of it. How many days are we from the big election now? And it's not far, is it?
Less than 30, I think, right?
Yeah, on the 8th, and today's the 4th. Yep, less than that. So y'all be ready to vote. That's coming up. However you want to, make sure you do that. Another thing that I was glancing around, do you remember the guy that done the shooting at the Parkland school? Mm-hmm. He's only getting life. It's shocking that they did not ask for the death penalty. Life. A lot of parents are going, I don't agree with this.
Right.
But that's a few of the headlines across America this morning as you're waking up. We'll have some more. Back in the studio with us as we welcome one of our hometown folks, Jagger Whitiker joins us, who has moved to Nashville, pursuing a big dream there. And you said you got music being released tonight?
I do, yes,
now,
sir.
When you say that, How do you find it? Where do you get it at?
So it's going to be on all streaming platforms. So at midnight tonight, it will drop. It's called Forever Lately. It's Apple, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, pretty much anything, YouTube. So it'll be
and that just shows you how things have changed. Back in the day, it had to go to a press, it had to be released from Nashville and shipped, and now it's like
it's
that.
Instant, yep.
The industry has changed. There's no more cassettes up in the cars, is it?
No, not that many cassettes, no. But I will say it's changing every day, too. It's not just changing from last year to now or a few years ago to now. It's changing consistently.
Now, as you mentioned to us a moment ago, you said that you're starting to write your own stuff. Have you seen a change in your writing ability of when you first started writing your first song to where you are now? Have you changed a little bit of your technique of the way you do it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, collaborating with people that have done it for so long, it kind of gives you a bigger headspace in a way. It kind of like, it's an instinct thing. You just walk into a room and you kind of go in there with an idea, and your mind opens up so much more than what it would by yourself. So... I couldn't imagine not being in Nashville, honestly, anymore.
And sometimes it's a phrase that sticks with you that you hear and you go, man, that'd make a great song. I remember one of the first times I met Ronnie Dunn, he said, man, I went in one morning, he said, I saw this smeared across the mirror, and he goes, it hit me. And he said, I wrote that down. He said, I carried it in my wallet for about 10 years. Lipstick Promise across the mirror this morning. As you remember that opening line of one of his songs there. And she'd written him a goodbye note that said, goodbye, turkey. And so he remembered that and scribbled it. I toted it for 10 years before it became a song. Right. Alan Jackson, I'm married to you, baby, and I don't even know you. His brother-in-law brought that up to him, and that's how that song became. And it's always so interesting to find out what inspired somebody, like when you take Why Me, Lord? A church experience that really changed someone's life. Now, what song? You've got another song that you said you were going to sing for us. What's the name of it?
It is called Hide It, and that is kind of one of those that, like, man.
Is this about an old girlfriend you didn't want nobody to know about? Hide it? Don't tell it?
No, I've got a few of those, but no, this one actually is a personal song. I did write this one by myself. It kind of came about. I didn't realize, things happen. Like I said, my dad passed when I was young, and I tried to just be strong in a way. I didn't want anybody to think it bothered me. I didn't want anybody to feel like they had to pity me in a way.
Right.
So it kind of hit me one day. I was like, man, I've had all these emotions I've stored up for so long, and been hiding them, So I was like, well, that's how I put my emotions out there. I write songs, so I'll.
So this is a real emotional song.
This is yes, it's a real emotional song. I'm sorry to anybody in advance.
I might have to scoot out over here.
So you going to perform that for us?
I'm going to perform that for y'all if that's okay with y'all.
All right. Well, here's Jagger Whitiker and Hide It.
Ten years old, my world came crashing down. I could have lost my way or lost my mind, but somehow I kept walking that straight and narrow line. People ask me all the time how I just seem like I'm doing fine. Well, maybe I'm not fine. I just learned how to hide it like a bird in the trees or a case of cold beer at the age of 17. Fight it like a man on the run, out there all alone knowing he's the only one. Rise up from the pain, no, you never get nowhere if your head ain't on straight. So before you ask me how I'm doing fine, just know that over time I learned how to hide it. Probably grow up way too fast. Forget about the past. Going on to everything. Say you're being strong for someone else instead of yourself. And now you're going through hell, but you learn how to hide it, like a bird in the trees or a case of cold beer at the age of 17. Fight it like a man on the run, out there all alone knowing he's the only one. Rise up from the pain, no, it never get nowhere if your head ain't on straight. So before you ask me how I'm doing, fine, just know that over time I learned how to hide it. Oh, hide it. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Oh, Lord help us lost boy get found, 'cause I've been hiding. Oh, hiding. Hiding like a bird in the trees or a case of cold beer at the age of 17. Fight it like a man on the run, out there all alone knowing he's the only one. Rise up from the pain, no, you never get nowhere if your head ain't on straight. So before you ask me how I'm doing, fine, just know that over time I learned how to hide it. Oh, I learned how to hide it.
Jagger Whitiker and a home-written tune there, and Hide It. More on the way.
It's really good.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel.
Health Now is your locally owned medical equipment store. Every person's need is a little different, and they offer a little bit of everything from hospital beds, wheelchairs, reclining back wheelchairs, breathing treatments, CPAPs and supplies. They even have walkers, bath products, and oxygen. And the great thing about Health Now is they offer same-day service. They're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and on call 24/7. Health Now Medical Equipment, where we treat our patients like family.
The Square Peg Mini Mall is located across from the Neshoba County Co-op in Philadelphia. And they're getting ready for the Christmas season with a large variety of furniture and over 30 vendors to browse through. You can take advantage of the layaway on furniture and not pick it up until Christmas Eve. The inventory is constantly updating, and there's always a chance for a surprise when you step inside. Family owned and operated, where they treat you like family. Come visit the Square Peg Mini Mall located at 335 West Main Street in Philadelphia. Maple's One-Stop Shop is there for you with the gas and anything that you might be looking for today as they get ready for breakfast. Causeyville hooking up this morning, meeting there along with the Chevron place. If you need bacon, you ever eat just a bacon biscuit? I like them. Yeah, they're good. So much they've got lunch coming up. They'll let you know here in just a little while what's on the menu for today. And as always, if you're looking for coffee to get your day started, they've got it for you all the time there. And that 6-cup of coffee free. Can't beat that, along with cold drinks, mellow yellows. They're great. You'll find it all there. From pizza to anything that you might be looking for. A lottery ticket it gets higher and higher. Could be your lucky day. See them today, Maple's one-stop shop with 6 locations: Bonita, Pine Spring, Causeyville, again at 31st Avenue, Broadmoor, and Last Chance Tobacco, right on the outskirts of town. Now, as we welcome Jagger back, we were being asked, are you going to be performing anywhere locally?
Absolutely. So actually, Saturday night at Marty's Bar and Grill in Philadelphia, Mississippi, we'll kick off at 8:30. Like I said earlier, a song drops tonight at midnight, and that's going to be kind of like our release party in a way. So y'all come out, celebrate with us, hang out. It's going to be a good time. We're going to play from 8:30 to 12, I believe. So we're going to be there for a while.
Philadelphia, Marty's Bar and Grill, is that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that ought to be great. Welcome everybody to come to that. Had somebody ask, what do you do about requesting songs? Radio has changed. It's not like it used to be, and that's how like the digital downloads began. You can instantly get this music. Right. I'm sure it'll be on YouTube as well where you can search it.
Yes, sir. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be on pretty much anything you could think of.
Oh, yes. That's a great thing. Music used to be controlled by about 6 people in Nashville. If they didn't like you, you didn't get played. That has now changed.
It has definitely changed, man. It's crazy how it's changed. It's like it went from radio to a whole different story, you know.
So we urge everybody to check out. We can't say thank you enough for coming by.
Oh man, thank you for
spending a few minutes with us.
Yes,
thank you so much for having me.
You do a great job. I think it's great to hear country music be like the old days when it told a story and you could put yourself in that place and you just feel that song in your soul. So you do a great job, and
we actually understand what you were saying.
Yeah.
Thanks y'all so much.
Imagine that.
That really means a lot. It really does. And like I said, thank y'all for having me, and thank y'all for all the support and everybody in the watching, everybody commenting. Thank y'all so much once again for all that y'all have done, and I love each and every one of y'all. I couldn't thank y'all enough.
Thank you for coming by. Again, we say thanks to everybody joining in this morning, letting us know about it. So much going on this weekend as we'll have a bunch of fundraisers throughout the area helping local folks. If you can in your community, help each one of these folks. They really need your support during their time of need. We have a bunch of that.
That's right. We never know when it's going to be us.
That's right.
So y'all have a wonderful day. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. See you back Monday morning at 8 a.m. and have a blessed day.
Barely over 50, but it is warming up to 79 today.
Yes.
We'll see you soon.
The Scottty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: